Hi there everybody, it's Dracula's daughter, your friendly Dracula's daughter here again. I've been dragged through the hedge backwards, as you can see, backwards, forwards and sideways by the minute. Simba, thank you. Now go and lie down. I'm here to ruin your YouTube viewing as per. Right, this blooming dog, honestly, he's been a pain in the backside. He just won't listen. He's very naughty. Yes, you are, very, very naughty. And, well, of course, all this lockdown, he doesn't even know what the hell's going on because I'm in all the time. I only go out for about half an hour every day with Zena, and that's it. I don't go shopping afterwards unless it's once a week or twice a week, unless very, very, very needed. So I spend most of my time indoors now. So he, as you can hear, is an annoying little so-and-so. Simba, leave her be. Hey, thank you. Honestly, and now because I'm on here, he's even more of a thingy. But anyway, I hope you're all keeping well. Hope you're all keeping safe. I'm sorry I haven't been on here all week. It's just been one of those things. It's like you know, I suffer from mental health issues and I had a really, really bad panic attack last week. Just before the weekend, and it was the worst I've ever had, and it was horrible. Lasted all night. I literally thought I was in so much pain with it because it affects the chest area as well. And the more you panic, the worse it gets. At one point, I thought I was having a heart attack, and because of all that, I started sweating, a high fever, temperature, and all that because of all the panic stations. And I thought, oh my God, I've got the virus. I've got coronavirus. I've had the cough since January anyway, so. Because I've got asthma and I've got allergies and whatever, so I don't take anything for them. But hey, but anyway, so panic station's there because I'm on my own. I live on my own. I don't have anyone near me that I can call to. I would like to call to. I wouldn't like to because they have their own issues and their own problems. So you know, so I don't want to you know, impose and whatever. And I posted it on Facebook, and a nice gentleman, his name's Carl, and we've been Facebook friends for years and years and years, and we finally met in person in Newton Abbot a few years ago around Christmas time. And Simba, leave a be, please. Thank you. Simba, thank you. Listen to me. And you know, so, and he offered, you know, if I needed any shopping done, he just to let him know, and he'll get it for me, which I thought was lovely. And that was really, really sweet, and you know, really touched me. But anyway, so no, I haven't got the virus. I'm still here. I wasn't having a heart attack. It was panic attacks, and the medication did not help with that. It lasted about a day and a half afterwards, and I still get it now. A little bit of panic attacks, or whatever. What are you chomping on? I hope it's not my leave it, Simba, please. Leave it, thank you. I hope it's not my measuring tape which I've left on the sofa. Silly me. But anyway, so yes, so I hope you're all keeping safe, and I hope you're not having too many panic attacks because it really is bad out there, and this is our 4th week, isn't it? So lockdown. So it takes a person up to 6 weeks to come to terms. Let me put this light on. Come to terms with, get used to, you know, a new situation, and that's in 2 weeks' time. I personally think that the lockdown will be mostly ended by end of May, beginning of June. That's my prediction. I've been saying this all along, so. That's when I think it will finish. But anyway, so like I said, I hope you're all keeping well. I hope you're all keeping safe. And what I've done, which I'm going to carry on later, I've started because I'm starting to panic really badly now because everybody I keep bumping into and talking to, not literally, figuratively bumping into, seem to have had the virus or symptoms of the virus at the beginning of the year. And I think I've been one of them as well. I was talking to my friend Gina. Hi, Gina, if you're watching. About it last night and a few weeks ago, because in January I got really ill and it was the worst I've ever been. Now I thought it's because I'm on this diet, so low carb, high fat diet, and just after Christmas and beginning of New Year I went off the rails and ate loads of mince pies and cakes, Christmas cakes, because they were selling them off for pennies. And I thought, well, I'll treat myself. And I got really, really ill just after. So I assumed it was that, but looking back, I don't think it was. I didn't have the hot sweats, but I had the cough, which I still got. I had weakness, feeling weak. I had hard to breathe, which I still have. So I have to get. Once all this is over, I'm going to have my lungs checked because I think my asthma's back because I'm getting older, and I could hardly move. And it was awful. It was horrible. It really was horrible. And I've never felt that bad. Every year, if I get a flu or a really bad cold, I do suffer for about 2 to 3 days really badly. But this one lasted a good week. And even now, I'm still feeling a little bit tired. But I put that down because of all the stress about the lockdown or whatever, because we all have this thing. If we want to do something, we do it. But if somebody tells us to do something, you have to do it. And, you know, and impress on us that we have to do it, we push back and just say, no, I don't want to. And it's really weird because most of the time I stay indoors anyway and do stuff indoors, apart from my tarot reading, whatever. But now, because that is my choice to stay indoors. But now, because we're told by the government and by all the, you know, all the people that are in the know telling us to stay indoors and only go shopping once a week, blah, 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 whatever, and exercise an hour a day, blah, and all that. Now I'm getting itchy feet because I want to go out more. And it's just really weird because I'm sat there thinking, oh, I'll just go up here. No, I can't. And it's the fact that I can't do it is what's getting to me. And I think it's getting to most of us. Most of us like to be indoors anyway. Especially those of us who suffer from severe mental illness and mental health issues. So, you know, like being a recluse does, you know, so that is our choice. But when that choice is taken away from us, we just go, hang on here now. I'm not allowed to go out. Why the hell not? And stuff, you know. So, but anyway, hang fire, and I think another 6 to 8 weeks, and we will be out and about normally, as normal as we can be. But with all that, today is one of those. Oh, pardon me, I had a biscuit. Naughty, a cup of coffee and a biscuit. It's just one of those crafty kind of videos today. I went online because, like I said, I'm panicking like mad. Yes, Simba, I'm panicking like mad. So I went online and found a site that tells you how to make masks, and I've got 2 ways here. One, you know, both of them you have to have scissors and whatever and cut whatever. So you know, if you have children, you just keep an eye on them and whatever. But one of them is you cut 2 pieces of material, preferably like twill or something like that. You know, like a dense cotton or whatever like that, and cut out 3 pieces. Haven't done it very well because I haven't got a proper dining table to cut on, so I was cutting it on my lap. So I'll use this one here as an example. Oh, that one's better, isn't it? As an example. So this is off an old pair of shorts that I had when I was a boy. So I cut them 2 pieces like that. 10 inches by 6 inches, 10 inches across by 6 inches down. And then what you do, you go around 1/4 inch all around the edges. And sew, if you've got a sewing machine, around the edges. But on the sides, make sure there's a gap at the top and the bottom, so you can thread elastic band or cotton or whatever like that through, so you can just tie them around your face like that. So and that will gather the sides as well then when it's got around your ears. So there's that. Or if you haven't got any elastic or whatever like that, you can use ribbon shoved through to and then tie above your head, one above your head and one at the back, at the base of your neck. So I've got 3 lots in that. This was an old pair of shorts, like I said. Yes, boys' shorts, actually, when I was a boy. So when I was male, so I bought them and I thought, well, the closest thing I can wear for a girly summertime. They're quite nice. So there's that. And I had another material as well that, thankfully, that I bought years ago. I bought a big bundle of material for quilting, and I didn't do any quilting at all, so I've still got them somewhere around the house, but this is one of the patterns that I did have. So this one's 10 by 6 again, and you do the same thing about going around the edges. Do the top and the bottom first. I would say sew the top and the bottom first, about 1/4 inch top and bottom, and then do the sides back quarter or half an inch or whatever, and then you have enough room then to put the elastic through, even if it's just hairbands, and put hairbands through. There is another one as well that you do like this, twice the length, then you fold it over. This is going to be a really tiny one. Fold it in thirds. You know, it's like fold one side down, third of the way through, and fold the other one up, or the other way around. So it's like that, but you know, thick enough for the face. And then what you do, you fold the two edges in there, tuck one into the other, but as you do that, you put your headband or whatever like that around there, and then you can use it because it's just tucked in there, and it won't move, and then you can take it off and wash it and whatever. And that's with a no-sew version. And another no-sew version as well is, which I think I'll be using a lot more because I've cut these out and it'll take me about a week to sew them, is get yourself a piece of material. Now this needs ironing. I just found it in the laundry room. Yes, I do have a laundry room. I call it the laundry room. Most of my clothes are in there, and the dryer, tumble dryer, the washing machine's in the kitchen. But anyway, so it's this piece here. It's huge, look, it's huge, it's huge. It's 19 by 22 inches. So 19 inches that way by 22 inches. And what you can do with this, if you go with, say 19 inches by 19 inches or 22 inches by 22 inches, you're still happy. And then what you do, you turn it into a bandana. And then you go, and then you just tie it around the back of your head, making sure you don't get your hair in there. And Bob's your uncle, Finwayla is your aunt. And, you know, so that's it like that. And of course, I wouldn't advise walking to a bank like this unless you're going to rob it. I'm only joking, but, you know, you just tie it around the back. And there we go. And then you just tuck that under your jumper. And there you go. See, look, isn't that fabulous? And then you pull your hair up and over, or you just wear something around your head or whatever. And then when you go home, they do advise to wash often. In a washing machine, like 40 degrees would be fine, because it's got soap powder in there, or washing liquid in there, or, you know, clothes washing liquid in there. So that'll do to wash them. Yeah, it smells lovely. It smells like a hospital, this one does. Don't know why. It really just smells like a hospital. But anyway, so there's that. And of course, you can do tiny ones for the babies. So look, you can just fold it again, and the tiny one for the babies. And, you know, so, or toddlers, and pretend that you know, so that you're playing cowboys and Indians or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So you just do that, tie it around. But anyway, so yes, so that's me for you. Never thought I'd see the day that I would wear a mask. Somebody I know is just saying, so, you know, he was doing this in the 80s, and now it's in fashion. So, you know, and there's a joke going around about bank managers that seeing somebody with a bandana across the face and go, oh, thank goodness they're robbing the bank and it's not the virus. So, which I think is a bit silly, but there you go. But yes, so with that material, if you have it sort of quite wide, see like that, and you just fold it into threes. This would be perfect for it, actually. Fold it into three, like that. Make sure it covers the face. Yes, and then what you do, you fold there. I haven't got any hair thing there. And you fold that. That's it. Folds. They go on the inside like that. And then the elastics or whatever just ties it, and it keeps it close to the face. And you've got 3 layers on your face, and then so there's no sewing there either. So Simba, will you leave her alone, please? Now stop it. Enough. Simba, enough. See now, see. Come over here, darling. Come on, lie down here. Good girl. Because I'm going to smack his bum. Lie down here. He's just annoying the pants off me at the moment, because Mummy's home and he's egging. Oh, every time Mummy's home, there's loads of tricks or whatever, but not at the moment. So no. But anyway, so yes, so that's my little thing. I never thought that I would. Simba, please. Oh, honestly, it's worse than having children. It really is. Believe me, it's worse than having children. I was talking to somebody the other day about it and saying that it's just about worse than having children. And it is. I personally think it is. Oh, that needs dusting. Oh, do you know, because I've been so lazy over the last week. Well, I'm lazy anyway. Anybody would tell me that. I'm just lazy. I just do things last moment. So, and of course, I had to do my assignment for my course, criminology. The tutor's very good. He gave me a 2-week extension, which was lovely. So, but I've got to do another one at the end of this month, another one in April, and I think there's another one in May. So I think I've got 3 more assignments to do. So then that'll be the end of it. And hopefully I'll pass my criminology, pass my psychology, then criminology, and then I might either go on to do criminal psychology or forensic psychology, because I did do a taster course on forensic psychology, and a 12-week course, and I passed that with 98%, so with high marks. So I might go and do that. And I am banging my own drum. I am totally my own bell. Yes, I am lighting my own light, and I'm being proud of myself, because no one else is proud of me, because I'm on my own. But no, but you know, I am proud of what I do. There's lots of things I wish I can do or should have done in the past. But hey, that's the past, and leave the past in the past, isn't it? So, but one thing that's getting to me at the moment is all these so-called sexual orientations. And I'm looking down and I'm rubbing the corner of the table, because when I get annoyed and really, really annoyed, I just do my little thing on the table or whichever surface I've got, and I just pretend I'm wiping it down like that, and I look at it and I say what I need to say. There's I don't know how to say this actually. There is a group. Well, I don't even want to call it a group. There are disgusting people, individuals, groups out there, especially on Twitter, that are gathering lots of positive comments, which makes me sick to my stomach. And they've even got their own flag. You know, we all have our pride flag, and you know, the rainbow flag is gay pride, whatever like that, and that encompasses all you know, LGBT community. But the trans community now have their own flag. The bisexual community have their own flag. You know, and all these different other genders, sexualities, or whatever you want to call them. But this particular one has their own flag as well, which I think is just disgusting, because it's a group of paedophiles. They want to be seen as part of the LGBTQ plus community. They want to try and get under that umbrella. They have their own flag, and they are, a lot more people are coming out of the woodwork, saying that it's okay for to have relations with children. By law, our children are protected by law until a certain age, because by law and psychologically they cannot make choices like adults can, because as we grow older we do tend to change. Even some change their sexuality as they get older. You know, so, and of course with genders as well, change their gender like I did as I got older, which I'm glad I did. I'm waiting until I was older, because one of the things that I always wanted was to have a child of my own, but actually carry the child inside me for 9 months, 8, 9 months, and then give birth and everything. And of course, I would never be able to do that for obvious reasons, medical and physical reasons. But so, and I reckon that's why psychologically I waited until I was 48 until I had my surgery, because of that. Deep down, I didn't follow through, as it were, in my 20s, like when I started in my 20s, when I was in Birmingham. That was, oh God, I was 20, 21. When I was, oh grief, such a long time ago, long time ago. But hey ho, I finally got there. But anyway, so this group, if you want to call them that, want to normalise, for want of a better word, paedophilia. They say it's nothing wrong with having romantic attachment to children. Of course, someone's saying, oh, we're not talking about 6, 7-year-olds, we're talking about 12, 14-year-olds. It does not matter. It really does not matter. They're still classed as children by law. In some countries, you know, a child can marry from the age of whatever, and I mean physically marry, the age of 8 and stuff like that. And even some US states, they can still get married at 14. In this country, it's 16 if they have permission from one or both of the parents or guardians. And I think it should stick like that. And I think it should be 18. But even then, at 18, I think is pushing it, because 18-year-olds do things on a whim, and getting married on a whim doesn't seem to work. Well, it doesn't work. And they end up in divorce. And that's why there is a high rate of divorce amongst 18 to 25-year-olds, because they can't deal with the responsibility of being married. And a lot of people around about the age of 18 can't deal with the fact that they have children. They can't deal with that situation. There are a lot of teenagers out there who are amazing parents, and I've met quite a few, and in my time, and they have been awesome parents. The way they've treated the children, and and they've gone without themselves. These are teenagers, and we all put teenagers down because of the very few, and it's always the same, isn't it? So we always see the negative because of the very few. But many teenagers, they are good people, they are kind, they are considerate, and mostly because of their parents, mostly, I suppose, or they are like that anyway. But we're triggering on like a fish wife. But number one, this should not be going on about this group. I can't remember. I do remember the initials of the group, the organisation that wants to normalise paedophilia, but I'm not going to say it because it just means that more people will come to blah blah blah, whatever like that, and it's just ridiculous, and it makes me sick because they're trying to get under the LGBTQ community banner, and of course that will happen because of what I call the political part of the LGBTQ community, because they don't want to segregate anybody, and but they are segregating themselves, and if they do let this organisation come under that banner, I for one will never ever fly the flag for LGBTQ community. Never will I go on a pride march, which I have done most of my life, my adult life, and never will I entertain anything to do with the LGBTQ community, because it is disgusting. It is disgusting. It is against the law. It is horrendous, and anybody and any individual who's part of that group should be looked into by the police, and find out if they have indeed abused, and it is abuse, abused any underage individuals in the past or now, regardless of how old the individual is, even though they're just 13 or even though they're just 14 or 15. So like most of them saying, well, that's an okay age because blah 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 whatever, and I don't think it is. So you know, wait until they're 18, and even then, you know, so if a 50-year-old wants to go out with an 18-year-old, it's a no-no. Simba, please. Thank you. If a 50-year-old wants to go out with an 18-year-old, personally, I don't agree with it, but that's my personal thing, because 18 is just too close, if you know what I mean, to being underage. So, but that's my personal opinion. By law, it can be done. So, you know, but it's like I was against changing the gay age of consent down to 16, which I think is morally wrong, because even at 16, people much older could take advantage of a 16-year-old, and so, oh no, you are gay, or whatever, and even though they're not, enforce them into being who they aren't, because a 16-year-old can be quite naive and go with the flow, as it were, and then they realise when they're older that that's not who they are, and then they have internal battles and they have psychological problems and everything, and I think it's just it's just wrong. But hey, that's me. You know, but all this about having this organisation of paedophiles being part of the community that I have supported up until now does not sit well with me at all, and oh grief, it's just, I'm so sorry about all the noise there. It's just I forgot to turn the phone off as I'm doing my videos, but yes, it does not sit well with me at all, and we shall see that if this is going on or not, and if this will happen, which I think it will, because the heads of the political organisation of the LGBTQ plus community do not want to be seen to push anyone away that wants to be part of, you know, of that umbrella, as it were. And if it's anything against the law, then, you know, we as a community should stand up and say, no, this is wrong, and it is wrong. And we don't do that. We really don't do that, because most of us are too scared to do it in case we offend someone. Guess what? I don't care if I offend someone. I really don't care, because at the end of the day, if it's something that's morally, legally wrong, then I will say something about it, and I don't care if I get hate for it, because that's how I feel. Because at the end of the day, somebody needs to say something and just say, right, no, hold on, you're taking the mickey. This is not how most of us want to be, but we are too scared to say anything just in case. Well, this gal, ain't too scared at all. I will say what I want, and I will get flack for it, and I know I will. Haven't as of yet, touch wood, but I will do, and I know I will do, and I'm very prepared for it. I might get very negative comments and get really upset and whatever, but hey ho, it's just one of those things. I've put myself out on the public forum, so I should expect things like that. So, and I'm quite prepared for it. It depends on the moment when I read them, blah blah blah, whatever. So, but anyway, so yeah, so this girl is going to stand up and say, not in my name, in whatever the LGBTQ plus blah 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 blah, blah community want to add to their banner. And if I think it's morally wrong or illegal, then I will say something about it. And this is both morally and illegally wrong, and I for one will not stand for it. And that's why I'm sitting down. But I for one will not stand for it. And if that organisation becomes part of of the community I'm in, then I don't want to be part of that community. Because, well, it's just wrong. It's just totally wrong. And we are not, you know. So, and it's about time that the LGBTQ community turn around and said, right, fine, enough is enough. Enough people taking the mickey. We're not going to do it anymore. You know, it's just that community, the head of that community are like new age parents, as it were. So, oh, let the children learn on their way, blah blah blah. Let them join us in whatever we do. Doesn't matter what we do. Just bring them all in and blah 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 blah. But there are certain people that you don't bring in, and there are certain people or individuals or groups, organisations you do not associate yourself with, and this is one of them. And this will be one of many, because too many people's lives are ruined because of paedophiles, and it needs to be stopped. And making, you know, starting an organisation with a flag. By the way, they've got their own flag, which really, really, really shocked me. Disgustingly, really shocked me. They have their own flag, and well, what can I say? What can I say? Ridiculous. But anyway, so I can't keep carrying on about this. But anyway, so I shall speak to you soon. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share. You know, thank you for comments I've had, and people saying that they love my videos, which I think is wonderful. Thank you so much. You know, if you do want to comment, please put a comment at the end of my videos on YouTube, and not personal message me, because it's not even positive or negative, because it's nice for other people to read and see that I'm doing some good with all this. So, but anyway, so it's over 30 minutes long, and I do apologise about the noise in the background with the dog and with the phone going, because I forgot to turn off notifications. But anyway, speak to you soon. Keep safe, and remember to do the masks and whatever. You don't have to run out and buy them online, and be very, very careful with that, by the way, because there are unscrupulous individuals and people out there that are trying to sell surgical masks for £100, you know, for 3,000 or 3 million masks or something stupid like that, and they just take your money and you get nothing. So they're just unscrupulous. Because of this COVID-19, people are just making money out of it, and you know, so scamming people through this COVID-19, which I think is just ridiculous. But anyway, people are people, aren't they? And so creature of habits, whatever. But anyway, so speak to you soon. Keep safe, be healthy. Try new hobbies. Especially now the 4th week, and I'm sure that most of you putting your hair out or getting the clippers out and just shaving your hair off. As you can see, I've clipped my bloody fringe again. It looks awful, but hey ho, I'll just let it grow again, and then when we do have this lockdown lifted, I'll just go and have my hair done by hairdressers or whatever, or get my friend Gina to do it. But I like the length of it, which is nice. So I'm liking it today. I washed it yesterday, so I'm liking it today. So, but anyway, I've got to go. I'm watching on like an old fish wipe. So be safe, be healthy, and remember, just buy the essentials that you need. If you do want to buy paint and everything, go to places like Wilko's to buy the paint, because you can still buy bits of food there, and that can be classed as essential. And while you're there, you're picking up the paint. So don't go out specifically for paint, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to wait 3 weeks before I can do that. So as you can see, I still haven't done my lounge. I still haven't finished the hallways because I'm doing other bits and pieces at the same time. But hey, or I'm just sat there monging out, as it's not an awful word, I'm so sorry, on the sofa watching telly and everything, and then think, oh my God, I'll sit and do this, and it's too late in the evening to do it. So, but anyway, speak to you soon. Bye bye.